what the case looks like that one of the EG4 batteries comes in. And it's quite heavy, 300 plus pounds. Welcome to another episode of HeyJohn Solar. And today we're going to talk about installation of EG4 batteries. And we're talking the big batteries, the outdoor 300-pound batteries. In my system, I purchased 4 of them, and I basically had to install them all by myself. It was middle end of winter, didn't have any resources nearby to come help. So I've got some interesting tips and tricks that I use to get them mounted. So stick around, listen to the video, and hopefully it'll be helpful if you're mounting either EG4 batteries or similar heavy batteries. There's a number of little tips in this video. That's what it's about. Thanks for watching. And if you like what you see, remember to like and subscribe. Thank you. This crate is pretty well sealed. Basically, you've got these tabs all the way around. What's underneath? There you go. One very heavy EG4 battery. All weather battery. Very cool. And they ship cords. They use them for cushion. That's nice. Communication cable. And more power cords. If I can get them out. There we go. Very good. There you go. The beginnings of uncasing, unpacking. So I've watched a lot of YouTubes where people are struggling to get these 300-pound batteries actually on the mount on the wall. You know, it's at least 2 guys, one on each side, lifting and stuff like that. Well, I figured out how to do it by myself. I just use a toe jack, which is what this little orange hydraulic jack is. It basically, if I can get down here, it's just a regular hydraulic jack, but it will fit, it lifts right from here, and it'll fit right underneath the battery. And so, and you only have to lift it about 2 inches to get it to pop onto the bracket. So it made it really easy. It does have grooves. It does like to catch. So I took a thin piece of wood, put it underneath like that, shoved it underneath, push it all the way against it, lift it up 2 inches, push on the bottom a little bit to push it in, and then lower it back down. And that's all it took to mount 4 of these on the wall, as you can see. And just one old guy mounting 4 batteries on the wall with just a toe jack. So if you're like me and you don't have a lot of handy help close by, get yourself a little toe jack. It'll save you a lot of aching back. So today we're working on trying to add the paralleling wiring to our EG4 setup. We've got 4 batteries here, and something that we've discovered is when you're trying to put these on, right here, there's not enough room. When you go to put this on the head, the angle with this end, with this collar on, makes it so that you can't get it on here. So, and if you try to do it at an angle, the head won't fit between this spot here, or the collar won't. You see how it's nice and snug? So basically what we're having to do is get it lined up in the hole that we're going to use, then unscrew this collar, unscrew the collar, pull it up on the wire, then snap it on, and then it'll be straight up and down in this hole, and then push the collar back down to get it on there. Yeah, they should have maybe made this a little bit bigger here or something like that. It would have been a lot easier to put these parallel cables on. I'll show you in a minute. Okay, so now we have this on, and you can see the collar's off right here. And now once that's then you can get it back in there and then screw it back on. Definitely a pain. I would have engineered this just a little bit differently. And I suppose guys that just brute force things, maybe they just bend the heck out of things and make that happen. But I don't work that way, so but this is a good workaround. It looks nice, so after that you can see we've got a nice fit here and stuff, but it definitely won't pass through this, so you can't do it at an angle and then pull it up, which would have been nice if you could have done that too. So anyhow, so something else I thought I'd point out, it's probably obvious to most people, but maybe not to John. See how on this one, I've got a cable on this end and this end, and I've left these two open? Well, if you have an inverter up above, like I do on this box over here, you still need to be able to run your two connections for your battery. And this will work just fine. But if you look on this end of the box, it's kind of dark in here, but I've got one on the end. I've got one in the middle where I can still get a cable, but I have this one here rather than over on the far side. So if I was trying to get this in, the only place you can get this in is this wide spot here where they've cut the extra out. So I can't put a cable in there. Now, I don't need to. This is an extra cable. There's no inverter above, so I'm fine. But just pointing out the obvious here, plan your cabling really well, because on some of these where you're paralleling and you have the inverter, you could use up all 4 slots, and you can only get to the corner slots first. So fill the corners first, probably should be the rule, and then that'll leave these open for you. Hopefully that makes sense. Didn't see anything in the instructions about it whatsoever. Now, when you are setting up a multi-battery system like I am, underneath this plate is a row of dip switches, and per the manual, you basically, each battery has to have a different dip switch configuration so that it can be identified as a unique battery. So it's important that you set that up early on so that you don't forget to do it. We didn't forget, so that's good. If you'd like to follow my trials and tribulations of trying to DIY my grid-tied solar system, feel free, please like and subscribe. If you subscribe, you'll get notified as I put up different episodes of the saga of the solar system. Look forward to talking to you next time. Bye.